Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. So, Adam is going to be working on music today. He wants to devote a day of the week to music streams so that he can compose all the music for Stuck in a Broken Tutorial. And Thursday will probably be that day. Vacation starts after tomorrow morning. Hey, Random. Hey, Chili. Welcome in, both of you. Happy Thursday. All right, I think this is pretty good. So I haven't touched the music tracks since last time, which was, I think, Friday.
Whoops.
And I had a lot of work I wanted to do here. Hang on one second. Engage privacy mode. Let me make sure I closed my personal notes. Yes, I did. Hang on a second. I didn't even use this computer other than to play some Slay last night. But where's Obsidian? Huh, okay, found it. All right, yeah. I wrote my music notes in here. And for farming, I said polish the whole track. I just penciled in the last half of the track. Yeah, so let's get started on this. Is this plugged in? Yes, it is. Okie dokie. Farm. Also might go back to the platformer track at some point. But yeah, let's have a listen. Actually, let's not have a listen. Let's just get right to where I remember there being work. Okay, I like that. Yeah, this. All right, what is that? Here? Yeah. How do you close this? Got it. Okay, so it is not this instrument. Here it is. I like this. Yeah, that's nice. Hmm. What is that? All right. Too high. Hey, Mr. Evil Rex, how you doing? Welcome in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm doing well. I think today or yesterday was a little bit more productive than I expected it to be because I was expecting to just kind of crash out. No, not crash out, but like just fizzle out. Yeah. And today is dedicated to music. I'm just going to be doing a morning stream anyway. And if I can get done with this farming track or like close to done, I'll be pretty happy. So yeah, for now we're just working on this harmony in the background. Did so much that my brain overloaded. I don't think it was that much. It was more than I was expecting it to be. That's all. Hey, David. Okay, so we go from there. And that's where I think we should end up there. Okay. Okay, so now where are we at? This. So C major 7. I don't like that. Wait, why don't I like that? Because there's a G in the bass? Hang on, let me listen to this. Should I turn this up, by the way? Like, my voice is louder than what the music is. But even if I'm playing the music gets ducked even lower. Not that I'm usually talking as I'm listening to the music. But here's just the music. That's pretty good. Okay, now what's this? A, C sharp, D, F sharp. Okay, so a D sharp major 7. Do, 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 do. I mean, we could just keep that pattern. So we switch from this to something else. G major 7? No. Wait, what? There's A, D, F sharp, G. It's like a G major 9. But did I want that to be the case? Hey, Pretzel. How you doing? Okay. Hey, Atomic. Yep, music day. I want to dedicate a day to music, and I think Thursday should be that day. That way I'm spending like 4 hours per week on music, which should hopefully be advancing things. Maybe not quickly enough. But yeah, I still need to figure out how long I want to spend on this game in general. I think probably minimally 2 years is a good idea. Did music until now and enjoyed a bit of sunshine outside. What about you? I just, yeah, I woke up. Unfortunately, my wife had an appointment and we couldn't go on our walk this morning. So I got some rowing in. Not very much, but you know, enough to start my day. Pressa, I wanted to ask, what do you do music for? Is it professional or is it for a hobby? Yeah, I got it. Let me listen to this. All right, I'm gonna plug in some other notes and we'll figure this out in a bit. Hey, Rod. Get paid for my work. I guess that makes it professional, but I produce mainly for hip hop artists and also engineer songs. I see. I see. Is it like your primary gig? So now what is this? D A. It's just a D chord. Hey, Aldo. Oops. It's one of the downsides of using a keyboard like this. You could say so just in the beginning. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, sounds professional enough to me. I agree. Oh, hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. Oh, I was getting ready for her to be on my lap, but she wants to watch her cat TV right now, which is the outdoors. So this... We could try this. There is no E in the other chord, but that should be okay. Let's just try this. Do, do, do. If I could sit in the studio and get paid to produce songs all day, I would. One of the things I learned about myself is I want some variety in what I do. So I don't know if there's any task that if I just had that one task that I'd be fine doing that as a career. Even so, maybe you could say game dev, but game dev is so many other things. But if it's just music production, I'd probably go crazy. I think something that's always appealed to me, and I'll just never end up doing this, is kind of mastering something. like imagine getting so good at music production that you could rival Beethoven, for example. And I think that's cool, but I think that you kind of sacrifice a lot of things in order to do that. And I've always liked flitting from thing to thing. Hi, Abby. You a little musical cat today? can manufacture a variety of music very easily. There's always some different stuff to do. Maybe, but I mean, it's always going to be more constrained than game dev because game dev is all of music and then some other stuff. I guess that's what I'm talking about. Is like, if you're just focused on music, you're not doing any like, there's no visuals, right? I mean, maybe if you're making a music video, but then it's not really just music at that point. I don't think I have it in me to master one thing. Yeah. Unless it's something like a specific martial arts style, yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I just cut out the shorter notes, didn't I? Yeah, maybe that's fine. This should maybe be a little bit lower, like there, maybe. This doesn't sound good. Why is this? Hey, Danny. Been thinking about doing game dev, but the diversity seems a bit overwhelming. Need to learn how to compose music, make art, coding feels to me like the easy bit. You don't have to do everything. Like, I don't do any artwork. And the last game I released, I'd say looks pretty good just in terms of screenshots and everything. Like, I bought an asset pack at first, and then Quickie Joe, who is in the stream from time to time, did so much artwork that, like, I think if you struggle with, let's say, music or something, it's either find existing music out there or find a musician who wants to work with you, or just hire somebody, right? And yeah, try pursuing it that way. Because that way you don't need to do everything. You can still just enjoy the parts that you like. And I kind of find this right now. So if you think of game dev largely as being coding, music, and art, and most people would agree that at least those things are necessary, but they might lump some other things in too. But anyway, if you consider those things to be the case, then even on the coding side, like with AI, there's some coding stuff I don't want to do, and now I can just give it to AI. So it's like, okay, I like doing the music. I don't know how to do the art, but this lets me focus on the stuff I want to focus on. Like this morning, just to kick off a query here, I was like, hey, there's a tiny bug on the cheat, or not on the cheat menu, a tiny bug on the title screen. And like, it's just a button ordering problem. Rather than go into the code and fix it myself, which I could have done and would have been very easy, I just asked the AI to do it. And I haven't looked at the code yet because I just started the stream. Yeah. To actually produce a full game, your own graphics, your own music, own art, own code, literally require like 15 years. I don't think it's 15 years. I mean, if you look at the people who've already done this sort of thing, it's usually in the multi-year range for sure. But it's, well, I guess it depends on if you're focusing on it full time or not. But yeah, it's a long amount of time for sure. Yeah. This I don't like, but I don't know, maybe I just shouldn't use that chord. Is that what I'm even doing? Yeah. I don't like this. Oh, it's not even what I... It's just an F minor chord. Maybe I should actually read what I wrote. I think the D adds some warmth there. I start small, learn the fundamentals. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to do that. Yeah. Trial and error where you need so many reps. It would take loads of... Oh, you mean to learn how to do it and then to do it? Yeah, that's a lot tougher. I was thinking if you already know how to do this stuff, like let's say, you know, you studied music over the course of 5 years and art over the course of 5 years and then coding over the course of 5 years. And then you're like, now I'm going to make a game. I don't think it would take you 15 years from that point. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Hey, Chris, would you want to speak a bit on how to do marketing in general? Personally, I do SaaS, but same applies for games, I guess. I'm not an expert by any means. My marketing was mostly like outreach. Well, I mean, it's advertising that was mostly outreach. Marketing is technically everything from like making your product to pricing it to, there's a whole realm of things, like even choosing what it is you're going to make. Like, should I make a first person shooter or should I make a platformer? Like, even that's technically part of marketing. But I think for most people, what they mean is like, okay, I have the product already. The pricing, maybe I already understand. So like, how do I get people to use my product? And for that, yeah, it's the obvious stuff. It's like you have your influence and you have other people's influence. And your influence is things like making content, sharing the word with people, networking, and others' influence are things like ads and influencers, like, other content creators, and I don't know what else. Yeah, so don't underestimate this part. For example, for Skeleseller, I had never used TikTok before and made an account and put all my videos on there that I was making for YouTube anyway. They did way better on TikTok than they did on YouTube. And that got a bunch of people to come in and play the game. And if I hadn't done that, I probably would have had, I don't know, fewer people buying it, fewer people wishlisting it. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm simplifying a lot of this, but when it comes to even using other people's influence, it's like, okay, let's say you have $5,000 for an ad campaign. Like, how best do you spend it? How do you tweak the campaign? Like, that in itself is a skill. That's not knowledge I can impart in a short amount of time, even if I had it, because there's just a lot to it. So it's F sharp minor that goes to a D major 7. So this should probably just be a C sharp again. And maybe we put that there. Let's just listen. No. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I spanned two measures for this. Hey, LA. Cato. Yes, that's right. Cato. Oh, hey, thank you for the bids. Yeah, she's cleaning herself right now. Red's gonna play this game tomorrow, LA. I don't know if he's... I don't know what he's gonna think. Okay, then let's write in some other notes. So there we go. Hey, Mysterious. Music and cat. That's right. And where does it go from there? I don't actually remember. Okay. How long are we in this for? You know what I would really like? There's a step edit, and if I set the bar somewhere, I can type in a note. I'd like it to pick the last duration that I had. Like here, I have eighth notes, and or I guess quarter notes technically, because these are bars, right? But here it types out eighth notes. I know I can change it afterward, but like there's gotta be a way to do that, right? I don't know. Do you look at these pieces in a specific way, like verse, chorus, or something else? No, I don't tend to look at the overall structure too much. I think of it first in terms of melody usually, and then harmony, and then just kind of everything else. And I think if I were composing longer tracks, I would need to think about structure some more. But a lot of it's just based on feel. Hey, Magnus. I swear, I look at your name and I'm like, he's added an O. But you never have. What happened? Am I not missing an instrument? Oh, the bass cut out. Because I just stopped typing it in, right? Yeah. We got to fix that too. All right, let's finish this arpeggiation and then we'll work on the bass. And we just ended here. I don't know if that's supposed to be the end. Maybe it is. Does it loop there? Yes, it does. Okay. So then I might have intentionally done this. But yeah, let's continue going here. That sounds bad. Oh, not really bad because it's delayed, but I wonder if it should be ascending. Yeah, so maybe this. This cat. This cat just wants to fall asleep on my hand. Hi. He wants to lick my skin off first. Hey. Gimme. Okay, good cat. Yeah, I don't like that. We could do this. Let's try that. MDS. I've been marked with the cat lick. Plus 300% critical chance. Critical what, though? Music creation? Because I'll take it. Yeah, it clashes with something else that's happening here. Cool signature lick. Now there's a pun. Huh. I don't like that. Oh, because there's a G there? Why did I do that? Is that intentional? I don't... Is that intentional? It is intentional. Yeah. I'm misunderstanding where we are in this. I guess if we did not have a G here, that this would sound fine. Yeah. Actually, so I guess there's one other cat I interact with, but we've had a cat like come over to our place that is just a neighborhood cat and hang out. And we have like some chairs outside. And I think it tore a hole in one of the chairs. Cuz it's like slashed open and now there's the filling inside just falling out. And it's like, what else would have done that? It doesn't have to be a cat. I guess it could have been any other creature, but like, would a squirrel do that? Would a squirrel even be able to do that? Does that not even play? What happened there? Oh yeah, it's supposed to go to it. I guess a C at that point. Yeah, let's drop down. Okay, now you probably stop the arpeggiation. But let's go over to the bass now and get some more of this typed out. I got kind of lazy with it, I think. So let's go start over here. Just A is not high enough. That's better. This is me just being lazy again, but let's try this out. Hey Phil, hey Sorrow. Music's going well. Yeah, so here I think we need to get a little bit more creative with the bass. So let's just play something here. It's too low, I can't hear. delete this. I need to turn this up. At least for myself. Not super happy with this. All right, let's do that. I don't think this is going to sound good. Yeah, so the issue, and you can kind of see this here, is that we've got all the notes stacked within 2 octaves. So it is sounding very muddy right now. And we could raise this, for example. Probably raise maybe even this. I'm just going to raise it by an octave and just see what it sounds like. You know what? Let's just keep trying this. And then raise this up too. I mean, it's cheap to do this, so let's just see what it sounds like. Why isn't this getting quieter? Does velocity not control this? Oh, that happens. There's some other way to do this. I don't feel like figuring this out right now. I think it's a quirk of this particular synth. Goodbye, cat. Well, we can keep this at the range that it was and change the other harmony to go up. It's not changing. What is going on right now? No velocity. Is this having no effect? If I just turn this off? Okay, that works, but what about this? Yeah, it's not having an effect. There's some problem with the synth. I think I wrote this down somewhere too. I mean, if this is the case, this is going to be very frustrating. Wonder if we could change this somehow? It's this. And yeah, velocity is not controlling anything. Is it controlling something else? No. Yeah, I don't think there's an easy way to do this. We could have it control the cutoff or something. It's just kind of inverted though. And sounds terrible. I guess we could change the volume of the individual waves. That would probably work. What waves do we have here? Noise and basic waves. Okay, so if I control this, I don't think this is working. Oh, maybe it is. I need to control the noise one too. What's controlling this right now, though? Nothing. So this is just always off. So this volume doesn't actually do anything? I mean, it does. Can I Command Z that? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do this. Hmm. What is this set to? 50? I mean, let's just try changing other stuff. It's an interesting effect. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know the best way to do this. It would be nice to be able to just change the volume of the whole track. I could have sworn I'd written this somewhere. No. All right. Well, let's not worry about that then. I could just lower the track volume for now. I know I'm going to do this. First of all, I should remember what these were set to. 78% for both of them. I could also have raised this. The problem with raising it before is that it sounded too loud. You don't need both of them to be higher up. Yeah, I would need to take a look at that. Hey, Blob. I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like this. I mean, the other thing is I wrote out the harmony such that this spanned an octave and a half. I could change this to be here and then consolidate it. Maybe just for laughs, we could just lower this an octave. Just for laughs, let's change this too. It's a little bit shrill. But again, I made this when it was in the lower register so that it could span more range. We could lower some of this down. We could also just lower down the whole thing. I like it opening up a bit more though. I'm just messing around. Yeah. Okay. So ear is saying this is too loud, or this is too high up, I mean. But the thing I liked best was this being 1 octave higher. It's just a little, it's touching registers like this. Just a little too loud. Which I guess we could just lower that particular. Also, if we do this. So do we use the same or else we do right here? Yeah, okay, it can work. Let's figure out what measure that starts. 49. So 49 is where I want to add in an automation clip here. And I want to start this wherever it is. And I want it to go to a very, very quiet sound. So like just a hard break over here. Copy, paste, and then drop it down. I don't know what level we drop this down to, but then we probably just delete this point. That does not work, does it? Maybe it works. Hey, Boolean. Hey, Matt. Just randomly saw and heard the Zelda Link to the Past intro screen. And wow, whoever's in charge of that designing that game really nailed it. Yeah, they did a really good job of that game. Probably drop that a little bit more. Want this to fade out. We might need to put that on its own instrument. I mean, this is like micro polish levels we're trying to get to right now. And maybe I should have this slowly get quieter. Like just a little bit like that. Farm.flp cover. Well, maybe we should go back and listen to what we have. I have not finished the bass here. Well, we should put a little more work into that first. The reason I couldn't finish it originally was that it was too muddy. But now we've cleared up some of this register by moving stuff upward. So yeah, let's listen to this again. Wanted to go there. That should be higher, like this. This. Hey, Kevin. Abandoning. How can I do this to people? How are you doing today, Kevin? All right, let's just try that, see what it sounds like. I need something else here. Very nice. Bit tired? Yeah, I'm a little bit tired too. Music's coming along well. I will eventually play this track before taking my break, but first I just need to finish this bass part here. Yeah, so I guess we take this, put this over here, delete all that, put this up to D. I kind of want to try both of these. So let's put this over here for now. I want to save that. And I want to extend this. Take that note, put that there. Okay, and then D, E, F sharp, so that we can just linger here for a sec before going to G. Let's try that. Don't know how I feel about this. Ryan starting out the other day to practice guitar. Forgot how painful that is. This would be the best worst game ever. It's nice to play when it works, but it never works. I think I've heard of it. I had tried something a long time ago called Synthesia. What? Why is this not the top result anymore? Huh, interesting. Anyway, this is like Piano Hero. Interesting. Sorry, I got lost a little bit because this has existed for a very long time. They have, I guess, stopped making updates for the last few years, which makes sense. I mean, there's only so much you really need to do for something like this. But yeah, I don't know how Rocksmith is like open source Guitar Hero, right? Is it open source? No, it seems like it's an actual. Oh, no, interesting. Well, isn't there some open source version of this? Rocksmith open source? Huh. What am I thinking of? A friend of mine was telling me that they were doing something like this and plugging in guitar tunes somewhere. I don't remember what that was all about. All right, so I guess the question here is, do I like this better? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's copy this now over. Whoops, not like that. Just take the whole thing and just drag it over here. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to be like that. What am I doing? Yeah, that was more like what I wanted, but even then, I think this kind of got messed up. So let's cut this out for a sec. Move this over here. Good, good, good. We're getting there. What app is this? This is FL Studio. Hey, Marmundo. I thought it's Thursday, but this works. Hey, Zenlytics. I haven't seen you in a little while. How's this week been going? Wait, doesn't this go to C after this? No, what am I doing? Where is that small note that we had? Good. Okay, then the rest of this, I don't know yet. So let's listen to the whole thing and see how this is turning out. In fact, we should probably open up the game alongside this. I don't remember. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't matter. We're starting on the title screen. What's going on here? Okay, yeah. Hey, Goose. All right, let's have a listen. We're going to get into the farming game. Oops, that's not right. Went one too far. Okay. Okay. I've heard enough. So the harmony 2 being an octave higher needs to be set up. The G7 arpeggio is bad. And then the bass at the end is a little crazy. Hey, Pickle. That would be pretty funny, Matt. Okay, well, anyway, it's been an hour and 5 minutes, which means an ad's about to start. So I will take a quick break. And when we get back, we shall work on these problems here. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello, hello. Close the game. By the way, a long time ago, I had wondered why my like scenes changed. I think I said something like this and then this. So this is a trigger for closing that scene. Because that's what I say. You can't hear anytime. I say, I'm back. And then I say, hi, everybody. Anyway, okay. So G7 arpeggio is bad. Let's go take a look at that. That is here somewhere. I think it was this. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is very bad. Hmm. Keyboard rather than a phone would help? Yeah, probably. I haven't really tried playing from a phone myself. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Good, good, good. Okay, so that's done. What's this? Hmm. That'll work. Not that. All right, yeah. Now we gotta fix the bass. That's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I think we need to slow the rhythm down there. Bass. Yes, this. It's okay to have this go up. But then we can't have another quarter note there. It has to be like a half note. Yeah, even that would slow it down a lot. I'm gonna listen to this, but I think this is not good. Let's. So now here's where I just stopped working on this. But we don't have much longer left. There's 2:14 up to 2:31. So we got 17 seconds of stuff left. And then we got to fix the drums, which I just never want to do. That I might just do off stream at some point. And maybe we focus on some other two. So these problems, at least in my mind, have been fixed. My Z key looks busted. There we go. So save this and let's listen for what we have here. Can you hear this? Yeah, you should be able to. Okay, so. Love it. Love the chords. Just got to now bring justice to this. Do justice to this, not bring justice. Put this chord in jail. Wait, what are we going back to? Let's listen to that first. So the bass has some action there. This might not exist. Also, why isn't it? Oh, I accidentally dragged this too far? Yeah, I did. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Superman. You're good at playing piano. Do you play other instruments? I do not. And even with piano, so originally I would say I was like classically trained, which I always found this phrase kind of funny because it just means you played classical music. Not that the training necessarily was in a classical style, I suppose. But anyway, so I played classical music. I still love classical music. But the way I look at piano is there is performance, there's composition, there's improv, and here there's like solo and group. And I did a lot of solo practice. But the way I looked at this was if you're not a professional musician and it's not like a time-consuming hobby for you, like you do gigs every week or something, then I felt like I was learning pieces just to be able to play them on YouTube or something, and then that's it. I just eject them from my brain and I move on. And it was fun learning the piece, and it's fun kind of playing it, but it's not necessarily fun like practicing it to a polished enough level where you could perform it. So at some point I kind of switched to doing more improv than I did performance stuff. And I like this a lot. Because now I can just sit down. It doesn't really matter what my piano skill level is. It matters more like how is my ear trained and how expressive can I be. And then I can lead into composition. So that's how I switched. And I've bought some other instruments over the years and none of them really stuck. So I've taken violin lessons for a short amount of time as an adult, guitar lessons for a short amount of time as an adult. I bought an ocarina, but I never really learned it. And yeah, at some point I realized I should probably not buy more instruments. There's one exception possibly, and I think a cello would be pretty neat someday. But yeah, given that the only bowed instrument I played was a violin, I don't think I'd be very good at cello. But it's such a beautiful instrument. But really nothing tops piano in my mind in terms of instruments. Hey monkeys. Any random human. Music was my passion, but then I had to pay bills, so I went for computer science. Yeah, the nice thing about music being your passion is that there's so much space for it to be a hobby. So it's not like you have to give it up. I feel like there are some things where if they can't be your job, you can't really do them. Or at least not in the same capacity, but I don't think music is one of those things. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I want there to be some movement here in the bass. Kind of want to go into that, but I don't think that fits all that well. And what are we doing up here? Yeah, so maybe we hit E here. That could probably work. I'm just gonna record this. I don't know what to do. I'm just deleting all of that. I really should have had an idea in mind before I started playing stuff. I had something that I liked, and then I completely forgot it. I was like, what am I doing here? Fifth wants to return to the first. So there's like particular note movement. Well, I don't have a polyphonic instrument right now, but yeah, there's particular note movement that does want to go somewhere else, and then chord movement too. So if you have like, so this is really stupid with this instrument. Let me just do this. So yeah, there's certain cadences that you would expect, but this all depends on the kind of music you're playing too. All right, anyway, where are we going here? Can we go up to that? Yeah, uppercase and lowercase are for major and minor. All right, so I like this at least. I don't know what I'm supposed to do after that. So let's delete that. Let's quantize the starts of these. There. I only want to change the start. That doesn't sound at all good. What? I'm just going to type this in. This is what I have a problem with the whole time here. 1 and 2 and 3 and... It's slightly off. Okay, there we go. Like all my instruments. Oh man. Yeah, I think music theory on its own is not super helpful. Like, it's helpful for analyzing music, for example. It's helpful if you eventually get to composing, but it's not like the knowledge itself is going to do a lot for you. Yeah, so if you're not going to compose or play or analyze, then it's probably better to skip music theory and just go right to composing or playing. And then come back to it if you like those things. You know, assuming you know you're going to be dropping something in a couple weeks. All right, I like that. That's fine. But then I don't know where we're going next. That could work. Get the same rhythm over here. Need to think about that some more. Okay, let's back up a bit. Just refresh what's going through my head here. I want to go to measure 49. Actually, 45. Let's start there. Wait, before I forget. This should not be what I have here. I need to... how do you do this? No. What did I just do? That. Okay, I want to move this bar, but not this one. And then not get it to go to a different level. Good. And now we can drag this? No. How do you just get this point? Do I have to do it in this view? I don't know how to do what I'm trying to do. But that's okay, because I will just do it the way that I was doing it before. And then copy this, drag this over here, paste it. All right, now let's listen to that. Nope, curve that. It's pretty good. We could even venture... Hang on, where was that? I like the idea of this being held for a little bit longer, but we need the sustain to be lower, and we don't have any other long notes, so it should be easy to do that. We go over to our instrument. Is there a way to get to it from here? I don't know. This is me just clicking other things. All right, fine. I'll go to it the way I know how, which is here. And then we go to advanced and try not to crash everything. There we go. And set the sustain a little lower. And then go look at this. what? That's not right. It did not loop back to... Oh, because it sets a pattern. Oh, that scared me. All right. It might be abrupt. And there was something else I wanted to do really quickly. Right, fill in the harmony over here. Or maybe just stop it. We could just do this. Outline this thing dying. Yeah, there. This would work as long as we lower this some more. So you need to add in a new point here. And drag this down to here probably. Okay, so let's listen again. Let's go to the town in the game. Farming game, play, so free play after Fever Dream. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's great. I also think that the entire volume of the track should fade out toward the end. And whatever this is should probably stop sooner. And the tempo should probably drop a tiny bit too, which means we got to do a bunch of different things. So let's save this. This is at 136. We'll create an automation clip here. And we'll have this span the length of the tune. And this will get copied over to here. Delete that one. Paste that one. And then for the final little bit, we want to do something like that. No. Other way around. We want to put this over here. And delete this one. Whoops. Delete this one. And line that up with that bit so we have a little bit more silence. I mean, if we want silence, we don't need to use tempo for this. So this is stupid. How do we delete this entire thing? Automation, tempo, delete. Okay, hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Yeah, and then I think we'll just control the main. Oh, you can't do that. You can control the master volume over here, though. Yeah. All right, so why is this so difficult to use? There. Okay, so copy this, paste it here. Accidentally delete. Oh my God. All right, so partway through this chord, actually not even partway, what am I doing? Let's just do this. Yeah, then we can just drag this wherever and do something like that. Good. And then do we wait a whole measure before starting it again? No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I need to listen to it in context, so let's start over here. A little too much. Maybe just that. I want this to be thinner. If only I could control the velocity of this. Yeah, I can't. Not through this at least. Which means I have to cut out a note. No, it's too thin was a perfect fifth. And we could do this, but then all I want to do is just lower the volume of this. Yeah. The velocity just doesn't work for this, though. That's a problem. So take a listen to this. And then I lower it down to this. It's the same volume level. I raise it to max. It's the same no matter what. Some instruments just don't work with velocity. And yeah, sure enough, if I just like tap the keyboard here, versus mash it. It's the same volume level. Is there any workaround for this? Like, can I... Man. Change volume. Yeah, you can change the channel volume. It's just really obnoxious to get back to the volume you wanted to be at. So if you don't add anything in here, and then you start drawing your first, like, shape, then, yeah, it's hard to, like, cut this out. But yes, this would work. And then the channel volume that we have in the... Yeah, anyway. I don't generally like doing this. But maybe that is supposed to be the solution for this. Yeah. Some VSTs can emulate velocity. Yeah. I couldn't figure out an easy way to get this one to work that way. But anyway, let's listen one more time. So... Yeah, I like that. So how long is this track? It's a little over 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes, 33 seconds-ish. So we have to finish up the drums. What else do I have in my notes? Polish the whole track. Yeah, I mean, we did pretty much everything. I just need to polish this. And then where is this? Game, assets, audio, music, farming game, farm.mp3. Okay, I put it as an MP3, I think because I hadn't finished it. Well, let's export it as a WAV file now. It's not totally done, but it's kind of close enough. Wow, this is taking a really long time. Huh. Yeah, funny. Okay. Here's our track. Let's go plug that in. All right, so farm.wave. We now go over to the farming game where we should have a music player. Load in the WAV file. Oh, this isn't too loud. And then we need to set when it loops. Detect from wave. Does it know? Does it encode that into the WAV file? I don't know how that works. Huh. All right, let's delete this one. So if I just go load up the game, we'll be able to hear this, but I need to wait until we hit the end of it to find out if it loops correctly. So let's go cheat the system. Farming game. Do we ever even fetch the music player? We do, although why? Oh, because we need to change the level of it? Yeah. All right, so we're going to set play to be... This is in what, seconds? Plays from seconds, yeah. And we have 2.5 minutes, so we want this to be 150. So it'll have 3 seconds left. Maybe let's rewind it a little bit. So I have 6 seconds left now. And then turn off muting. And then run the game. Does timescale affect the music? I don't think so. No, it doesn't, because it didn't in ScalaSeller. So does it loop correctly? Didn't loop at all. Loop begin and loop end. I can't set these here. How do you do this? I don't know how you do this. Loop mode is disabled? Why? Audio does not loop. It's because I made it a WAV file. Do I need to encode this into the WAV file? Export WAV file. Save loop markers. Yeah, they're in the file. What am I missing here? I don't know what I'm missing, huh? Music player loop mode is override manual setting. Well, how do I change this? And there was a looping thing on some other track, right? Didn't I do this over here? I think it's just that it's a WAV file. Maybe that makes it not work. Yeah, loop is on over here. But this is an MP3 that I imported to have looping on. Yeah. So maybe I can't loop a WAV file like this. I'm not missing anything in here, am I? No. Loop mode from WAV. Oh, wow. Here it is. I didn't see that. Okay. So it thinks it's disabled in the WAV file then. So why is that the case? What else am I supposed to do here to get this to work? Think you're still prepping for Google interviews? Yeah. It's a long time ago now, huh? So save loop markers, save note markers, save tempo information. Maybe this. Don't render the tail, rendering loops. What does that mean? Rendering loops in parentheses. I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. It's like Godot isn't detecting it correctly. It's one of a few problems. But if I set this to forward, yeah, there's loop begin and loop end. So I would need to set what the loop begin is. I mean, we could do that. Just go find the point in time, which is here, 14.11. I just don't like doing this because if we ever change the tempo, we got to go change this too. 14.11, re-import. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, that's a problem. Why is this not a floating point number? Begin loop point to use when loop mode is forward, ping pong, or backward. This is set in samples after the beginning of the audio file. I didn't have this problem when I did this with the other looping track. Where even was that track? Where did I make another looping track? I did something like this somewhere else. Oh, the title screen. I was like, what other music is there in the game? Yeah, so the title screen has some music here. And if we go to import, loop offset. So MP3s allow you to specify a floating point number and WAV files don't. So it sounds like I should just be saving this as an MP3. Sounds like that would just solve all my problems. So I don't know. Let's go do that. Yeah, why bother fighting this thing? So now we got to go revert the change I made. So this can be deleted. And farming game can use the same thing it just used already. Yeah, and then delete these. That is now done. This goes over here. Yeah. You think AI will take the job of computer scientists or software engineers? I've answered this a bunch of times, so I'm going to link you to the video where I talk about this. But yeah, the short answer is I think for now it's going to cut down on the total number of available jobs without just outright taking an individual computer scientist job just yet. All right. So now what? Now we go try this again and click import. So yeah, loop mode is on. Loop offset is what, 14.11 I said? And now we just got to make sure it loops correctly. So let's go try that out. Let's see. I never liked this. I never liked this. Having to figure out looping outside of your DAW. Ugh. All right, let's start this very close to the end of this. So like 152. So it should just start ideally at the beginning of the track, really. But it's off right now. Probably need there to be like 1 extra second. Is there a way to preview this? Oh, yeah, there is. I forgot. Right, this. So we just got to test this out. I want it to be a tiny bit afterward, maybe? 14.2? No, 14.15? I don't know. That's perfect. Okay. Nice. Okay, now let's try it in the game. Yeah, manual binary search. Yeah, this is what's a little frustrating about this. And like, why can't I trust this number over here? It says 14.11 up here. So why is it different? Do I have kids? No, no kids. Weird how brain associated certain songs and sounds to feelings. Interesting. I feel like it's relaxing, and that's what I want out of a farming game. I think certain instruments can make me think of certain places, but I don't get beach from this. All right, there we go. Zoom into the sample to get a better resolution. Ah, yes. And if we go to... you have to scroll like this. I just want to see where 14.15 is. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, we can see. In fact, maybe we want it to be like there. I can't tell if it's supposed to be at the beginning of this or at this little tail part. I mean, it already sounds fine in the game. Yeah, I think it's good. Might change the timing slightly. Okay, let's go write this down. Godot. Actually, I'll file this later. Godot music. When importing an MP3, use the advanced button and then, well, a looping MP3. And then zoom way in on the waveform to find the specific part where you want it to loop. That way you don't need to test it through code. You can just click the play button right in the editor. Cool. All right, so this is just in the game. So we should just be able to turn this off and then keep this at autoplay, I believe, if it's not already. Yep, it is. Okay, so then if I start on the title screen, flow control flags, title screen, and set this to play normally, then we can test this out from the platformer game. Wait, it made a sound when I started up the game. It better not have. I think I might have pressed the control stick. So I'm not going to press the control stick. I'm going to hold the controller like this and then start the game. Okay, good. Yeah. It's not supposed to make the button sound unless you move. This has a little bit of lag right now. The Bluetooth, I mean. It didn't the other day. Oh, by the way, you can now face right when you land. I made that change. I don't know if I talked about that. All right, so here's the new music, which sounds the same up until about a minute and a half in. All right, so we just burn through our energy on our own. How far in the music track do we get? Also, why does it sound like it's quiet? Oh, that's not good. Just be like a tiny bit faster. Man. Have you considered pitch shifting the sound effects? It already is pitch shifted. It might just not be pitch shifted enough. So in every sound file that we play, like let's say you're shoveling, we have a minimum pitch and a maximum pitch, and it just randomizes between the two. So this is minus or plus 20%, which it does make a different sound. It's just, it's not like a dramatically different sound. So if you listen. Yeah, Andre. Anyway, so now we go to sleep. And I'm back in the fever dream. Should go into town like Tutorial Man told you. Wow, what a great dialogue. What a great time. It sounds accidental with the extra padding at the end, so I think we got to fix that. It's just this. We just drag this like that, and then we're done. So let's listen. Yeah, now it doesn't sound accidental. All right, let's re-export. Thankfully, it's not like I have to do a lot, but I do have to wait. So we just let that finish. And then just drag the new file onto here. I don't think I've ever seen it take this long. I don't know what it is about this track. All right, so now drag this over here. That should not change the loop point. So let's make certain that it didn't. 14.15, great. And yeah, we're just good to go. Okay, cool. So what changed in here? What did change in here? A UID? Yeah, a UID. That's fine. As long... Wait a second. Is that fine? No, it's not found anywhere. Isn't that a problem? It's not found anywhere regardless. What is it supposed to point to? Let's search over here. Yeah, farm.mp3.import. It's supposed to match that. Oh, there it is. Oh, whoops. Okay, so why... I looked at that. Why didn't I find that? Yeah, it's not searching through... Oh, it's in solution. We gotta click directory. There it is. Oh, there's one of them. Still didn't find the .import file. How do you find that? Like, if I search for this in here, it finds both files, but I can't find the import file from Rider. Maybe because it's in assets. What directory am I searching here? Oh, I'm apparently only searching this one. Okay, that's why. There we go. There we go. Hey, Stats. It was a jarring long pause. Hopefully it feels less jarring now, because it was I think 5 beats instead of 4 beats. So it felt like it was a little too long. But yeah, I think it should be good. And this is the kind of thing where if people play the game and they're like, oh yeah, that's not great. I don't like that. Oh, this is unrelated completely. So this is update farming music. I still need to mix up the drums a bit. But this is close to finished. All right, I'm going to take another break. And then I think we'll just mess around on piano for a bit. I'm not totally sure. But for now, is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, hello again. I just took down the green screen, closed the game. So what I wanted to do next, is this not going to close the game? Okay, yeah, there we go. What I want to do next is probably piano improv just to see what tunes we come up with. We don't have any other tracks we need right now, right? No, eventually though we need architect music. Eventually we need more music for the architect for when they befriend you. Maybe that's what we should plan. Let me go look at the design document. Oh, that's on the design doc. Surely this message won't get out of him. No, it shall not. Hey, survivor. All right, so story beats. So you cycle through playing 2 to 3 games, breaking out of them, finding the architect, getting teleported to new games. Each time the architect is surprised at how quickly you're doing this. He has seen the same character more than once. Doesn't know those agents are becoming NPCs. Reason why they're teleporting you out in the first place, they believe you're there to mock them. In one of those games, you encounter Sidekick. Yep. So small puzzling gets separated different games. Eventually, they hear you out. So yeah, this. They hear you out. So if there's spooky music leading up to it, that music needs to change at some point. So let's just mess around with that for a little. On rare occasion. Yes. The Hall of Fame. All right, so if I type in stream here and we turn this off and then turn this on, now I should be able to mute my mic by pressing an F major chord. Try replugging in the cable. Okay. Knocked everything off my desk. All right, does that work? No. I'm gonna restart this. What's going on? Oh, right, it's transposed. Oh my God. There we go. It's working. I should write that down. Let's just go do it now. Code OBS piano mute. What is the code here? Main.py. Flaky. And make sure the piano isn't transposed. Or I guess like the piano's transpose mode is off. There we go. So we now have it set up. I got to switch into piano mode over here. And then move this to face there. Move this. Probably should have grabbed the iPad so I can read chat. I'll just look over occasionally. All right, so volume-wise, tell me if this is too loud, too quiet. This is just playing normally, by the way, so like I'm not trying to blast out a bunch of volume here. It's good? Okay. Well, anyway, if it's not good, let me know. So yeah, the architect music, we had this. Wait, how did it go? Why can't I remember this? So I want to go. This is supposed to be the eerie, spooky tune, and then we have a bunch of chromaticism. But yeah, you need to go from that into them liking you or being curious or intrigued. So I'm gonna just mess around for a bit. Let's see what we come up with. Oh, actually, I had another tune from a while ago. I'm gonna play that first. I want to see if that can somehow fit into here. something just struck me, which is that I gotta change the music or the title. Title says that I'm working on the farming tune. Let me go change this. Piano, improv, board game music, ideas. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the pressing the high chord here is what's muting and unmuting. Yeah. It was so that I don't need to reach over to an actual keyboard. Yeah, this is not for farming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and hey, Grimoire. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, so I think I think that could work. You know, imagine you're coming in from a space shooter game or something, which actually we should come up with the music for that at some point too. Oh, I think that'll be heavily synth oriented. It'll probably be fun to come up with that. Maybe just use a bunch of pads or something. Yeah, I was Grimoire. Yeah. So, but I do like this. The yes, I want to use that. Okay. So that'll be the them coming around to you tune. And then eventually we need them to just be friendly with you. And I still want it to be piano music. So I kind of want to think of that now. Wait, there's some good ideas there. Hi, Toulouse. Yeah. I don't know if it's too warm, too effusive. Okay, let me write this down. What is this? Yeah, this is from the platformer game. This was more to just get some ideas out than it was to actually develop it. So, there's something else in my mind for this. Oh, yeah. This tune from a while ago. All right, I want to write this down. Now we got to pull enough of this keyboard chord. All right. Okay, let's write some stuff. So there was the architect becoming friendly. This is really hard to type on my legs here. Ever considered going wireless with a keyboard? Is that even an option? For this one, no. I have to get a new one completely. Is there any better way I could do this, I wonder? I just need a hard surface, but like right here. And maybe, yeah, I'll just use the side of the piano for now. Let's move forward a little bit. Okay, so this could use the, what is this? All right, so this could use the E flat minor tune that I made. But then architect being friendly not just becoming friendly. This could be so. All right, so it's E flat, A flat, M7, F7, B flat 7, and then back to E flat. Okay. Just want to write that down, but I think we should do a little bit more on that. Danny, that's pretty funny. It's called the base of my very normal keyboard. I've seen some people put like straps around their legs so that they could slot a keyboard in or something, and that way they could type while they're standing up on their legs. I haven't seen that in real life, by the way. That's just online. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a tune for when Sidekick is like practically dying. Well, dying, becoming an NPC. There's some interesting ideas there. And actually, I want to figure out that was at 2:32. Okay. I want to come back to that later. Sidekick turning into an NPC. Was it 2M30? Well, 2H31M. On what's today's stream date? I guess I'll just type the date. Morning only stream. Yeah, I'll find it on YouTube later. Okay. Yeah. There's some interesting stuff there. Day 24. Thanks. Day 24. Yeah. In a way, this is kind of like the spooky tune turned slightly sadder. I kind of like that. Good hanging out. Got to go make some dinner. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow morning. I'm going to be streaming for a little bit longer today, but I'll stream again tomorrow morning. And that'll be... I'm not actually sure what. Probably like arbitrary tech debt tasks, maybe. Or final polish. Because I'm going to show my wife the game tonight. She hasn't seen it before. And then I'm going to show another person the game tomorrow. And I'll probably need to work on some of the feedback that my wife gives tonight. So let's write this down. The overall notes could be very similar to the Architect's spooky tune, just made sadder. Yeah. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to do, I want to make a space shooter game eventually, and we need to come up with the music for that. I don't know what I exactly want it to be yet, though. Yeah, space-wise, I'm thinking like open, spacious chords, maybe sparser tones, some augmented chords here. And while I can see that working, I don't think it's worth just noodling around on the piano for that particular thing. Probably just want a synth and to change some chords. In fact, maybe to come up with the chords ahead of time. Okay, I don't have anything in mind for this. Hey, Zessler. Reminds me of Spiral Knight OST. I've not heard of Spiral Knight. I wonder if it's worth writing this down. Because like I said, I didn't have anything in mind for that. Hmm. All right, let's write this down. So, want a link? Yeah, sure. Actually, do you mind sharing it on Discord? Let me paste the link in. Check out the Discord command. Hey, Corpsey, I changed the falling animation so you can face right now. So your OCD doesn't have to worry anymore. All right, so F, what's the next thing? I guess B flat M7 to C sharp dim 7. Wait, what did I have after that? Yeah. To A flat dim 7 to C. That's how I does so much. So I do have a lot of music experience. I'm not saying I'm great or anything, but I at some point needed to be able to just sit down at a piano and start playing stuff. And I think for that, just kind of messing around and listening to what sounds good, I don't think you need too much technique. You could, in fact, pretty much just play like chords and just think which chord sounds good with a particular tone. It's more ear training than it is finger training. But yeah, at some point, having some amount of technique to be able to express yourself is better. But I always find that with this stuff, it's you need to make it fun to practice so that you want to develop it more. And yeah, my problem with performing other people's pieces was it was fun learning it, And then it was fun getting to like a moderate speed, but it wasn't fun getting it up to proper speed with proper polish. I didn't enjoy that part. Oh, those chords even on guitar. Yeah, the only string sounds I have on here. I find it nice to mess around with some of these things. I should eventually take out the synth and find some way to like. How would I do this? I could MIDI out to the synth. Do I have this being used? Yeah, I do. Okay, I don't know. I'd have to figure something out. What keyboard is this? This is a Yamaha P155. And hey, sounds bad. I realize I'm muted. I like this tune is what I was saying. Okay, so what is this? I should just record this. These are the VOD as well. Yeah, it's kind of tough putting timestamps to everything though. Want something from this. What is this? Maybe it's that. Yeah, okay, I want to write some of this down. This is like an E augmented. half dim. Yeah. D. I don't have a half diminished symbol, do I? I do. All right, so then G7, C7, back to half. So then we go to where did I go from that? That, yeah. D flat. Okay. Just skipping the G7 there is probably fine. I'll put in parentheses. Maybe skip. We could do some kind of passing thing. Okay. Very tight, Andrew. Did I show the game to my wife already? No, that'll be tonight. I'm very intrigued to see what she thinks. Because most of the time I'm talking to her about what I'm doing. This time I have not been telling her too much, or at least not specifics. I haven't been like, oh, I worked on this level or something. I've been like, oh, I this happened today, or this person said this on stream. So yeah, I'll be very intrigued to see what she says. Okay, I want to write this down too. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. E diminished. Probably an F. I don't know what we're writing here, but it's practically writing itself. Okay. Pretty interesting. I think you should mess around for a little bit longer and just see what other ideas are in my head right now. Is there any other particular direction I want to take with this, though? I want to try some jazzier things. I'm going to just let an ad run. Yeah. I don't usually care about viewership on these days anyway. Well, you could always just record your whole screen with OBS. What's kind of funny is this is the feature that Microsoft was trying to make with AI, that you could rewind. And everyone's like, no, I don't want that. And maybe they didn't want it because of the implication of Microsoft having it, but actually it is really useful. Like I found bugs in my game and I've gone frame by frame and been like, oh, that's what's happening. So yeah, I like that idea. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna just mess around for a little bit longer. The stream will probably last for another like 45 minutes or something, and that'll be it for the day. So let's see what else I can come up with. One of the other interesting ideas about this game is that since there are going to be so many sub games, you can kind of come up with any music and then find something that'll fit. A game that'll fit, I mean. I don't know where that would go. Feels like some kind of like close to the end cutscene where there's a lot of stuff happening. Yeah. Love what I'm hearing. Do you do birthdays? I think the only have I played at anyone's anything? I've played at like one or two things, events, celebrations, very briefly. For the longest time, I wouldn't really play in front of people. And then at some point, I'm trying to think of when this was. Yeah, I think sometime after my wife and I got married and we moved in together, uh, I had a digital keyboard in like kind of a living room area. And then we'd have people over and maybe like I'm just kind of passively hanging out. I'm playing some music along with it. I thought it was really nice because that way I don't feel as nervous playing in front of people. Up until then, it had mostly been for piano recitals. And piano recitals are something you practice a lot for and then you work yourself up for. And I was like very nervous playing in front of people then. And it ruins a lot of musicality, of your experience playing. So I look back at that and I think, man, I should have just performed more. But I was not a very outgoing kid, I guess. So it would have been hard to convince me. Like me from the future could have come back and been like, do this. And I would have been like, no, I'm not doing that. I like that. Wait, what? I could do after that. Hang on. Yeah, I should probably record that too. Let me save this here so I can overwrite it. Yeah, something like that. Okay, as I was playing, there's one other thing I wanted to try. Oh yeah, I remember. Thank you, Arcane. I appreciate that. I think tomorrow is going to be a wind down day. Let me write this down in the journal for today. Music day. Develop the farming theme some more. And then did piano improv for some new themes. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow we like planning and kind of set up any feedback, address any feedback from when wife played the game. I am pretty happy with how the farming music went though. We worked from pretty much this till the end. Very chill music. I guess I could get the beachy themes. This feels like music for a hot day. Yeah. This is for the farm? Yeah, this is for the farm. I started it like halfway through. I think it's very fitting. I just need to mix up the drums a little bit, which I just never like doing on stream for some reason. All right, I think that's it for today. It's been about 3.5 hours. Like I said, I think Thursdays are going to be music days. And I should probably fix this. I think Thursdays will be music days. And I think Tuesdays will be polished days. And that way I don't save all this stuff for the end. Because like I said, that was really stressful for Skeleseller. I mean, ideally we're doing marketing and everything too. So yeah, let me go find someone to raid. Okie dokie. I guess raiding from a music focus stream to anything else is going to be a little bit weird. So I'm going to toss you over to T2. I hope you all have fun. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be a half day, and then I'm on vacation for a couple of weeks. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed the music. See you later.